minutes. It's your last chance tonight. Last chance for the ride of your life. Acid for blood, silica for skin. It's indestructible. It's indescribable. And it's in here. Remember, in space, no one hears your scream. All right, Marty, joke's over. Come on, Marty. Next time you want to make a clown of yourself, do it in your own time, okay? Very funny.
Sweet, get some help! Get some help! Get some help!
Murder call, Central 10, standing by for VKG. Go ahead, Central 10. We have a deceased at this location. It appears suspicious. Now we have Central detectives on the site from Signal 10. Central 10, copy that.
Finished, Dave?
Yep.
Yeah, look, put another light near the entrance, will you?
Sure.
We're done here.
No, you're not.
In an ideal world, a pathologist would be able to take a liver temperature before the body's being cooked.
You're arguing from a false premise.
No, there's nothing false about it. Your lights increase the temperature of the body.
True, but in an ideal world, there'd be no need for a liver temperature at all.
Oh, Lance, you're a pedant.
By the way, love the frock imagery.
It's not a frock. It's a gown.
I'm Detective Tessa Vance from Central Homicide.
Uniform of the cleaners, eh?
We had a benefit night tonight for victims of crime. Can I have your name, please?
Mickey Lane.
Did you know the victim?
Yeah, he worked for me. Marty Matthews.
How well did you know him?
We shared the odd beer. He wasn't a bad kid. Best alien I ever had.
Do you have his home address?
He lives here. Lived.
On site?
Yeah, round the back. Come on, I'll show you. Hey! Watch that switch. It bites. See, he put his alien suit on in the van, then he just walked straight in through there.
Steve?
We've got 2 sets of footprints going in, but only 1 coming out, and they lead to Marty Matthews' caravan.
Was that door open?
Fisk, door open? Yeah, it's been forced. Give me a minute. All right. Take it through.
Looks like someone's been through the place.
I picked the wrong bloke to knock over.
Just no further pleas and touch nothing.
I wasn't going to. But he didn't have nothing. And anything he did have was locked away in the office safe.
You sure he kept nothing of value here?
Condoms. He was a pack-a-day man.
Snappy dresser.
This, birthday card. It's blank.
Anybody's birthday?
Peppermint.
Okay. Gonna take his head off?
Okay.
That's not him.
Sorry?
It's not him, it's not Marty. It's Larry. Larry Cohen. He's a cleaner.
What's he doing in the alien costume?
Wouldn't have a clue. It's not his job.
So where's Marty Matthews?
Struth, I don't know.
Yep. Right, front row. Thanks. No one's seen Marty Matthews all night. The word's out for him.
Okay, let's put this one to bed first.
Can you confirm that this is the body of Larry Cohen?
Yes, it is.
Most of the staff said he was well liked. No bad debts, no enemies, and his quarters weren't touched. If you want to go in, I'll sign the sheet.
Papers, Lewis.
Great, thanks. Hey, whoa!
Sorry, mate.
We have a male, Caucasian, early 40s, height 180 centimetres, weight 81 kilograms. Subconjunctival hemorrhage in the upper outer quadrant of the right eye. Stop. Also, smaller hemorrhages in the eyelid rims of each eye. Stop. What does that mean?
It'd be a guess.
Well, if you get it wrong, he's not going to complain.
There are ligature marks around the neck.
Yep. Strangled.
Before or after he was stabbed? What's he?
Some kind of a tattoo on the back of his neck. David, could you get me a swab, please?
It's a koala.
It's not a tattoo either. Look at the ink smudges on the back of his collar.
That's a stamp.
It's like the ones we used to get at school.
Not my school.
I'll run a check on the computer.
MOs featuring stabbings and stranglings.
And markings. I think the koala stamp could be significant.
Hey, guys. Someone here to see you. Got back to the fun park and heard about the murder. The alien. Could be. It's got a body that's pretty out of this world.
Oh, stop it.
Excuse me. This is Detective Hayden and...
I know she wouldn't give it to me.
Don't you get on with her?
She could loosen up a bit.
Why did you pick Larry Cohen to stand in for you, Marty?
Well, he did a few times, you know. He's into the whole thing, costume, scaring people, all that. Poor old Larry. Figures it would happen to him.
How's that?
Well, he was unlucky, you know. Remember once he reckoned his lotto numbers came in and he was over in England. Mum's funeral, forgot to put his ticket in. Stiff, eh?
Marty, where were you tonight?
I went parking.
Parking?
Yeah, parking, you know, with a girl.
Anyone see you?
Well, I hope not.
What was her name?
Sharon.
Her last name?
I didn't ask.
Did you get her address or a phone number?
Hey, look, I'm not the one who knocked him off.
They're a nice pair of shoes, Marty. What are they, about a size 9?
No, they're 9.5. Why?
Just my size?
Get those files.
Morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, that is expensive.
You know, if this bloke had been killed wearing jeans and a sheepskin moccasin, there would have been a footnote on page 10. Whack him in a funny costume, he ends up on page 1. Typical. What do you got, Tessa?
Well, I'm running a search on MOs featuring strangling and stabbings.
What about the koala stamp?
Yeah, I'm checking that as well and cross-referencing it with murders with ritual markings.
All right, fine. But check to see if the victim had anything to do with kids. We don't want to find out he got the stamp romping around with his nephew.
Well, his only family's in England. We're still trying to contact them.
All right. Probably a couple of days and that before we can release the name.
Here we go. Another present for you, Lance.
Thank you, Imogen. What are they?
Fibres.
What kind?
No better than that.
Looks like he was strangled before he was stabbed.
Oh, shall I just take off my gown and hand over to the clairvoyants?
These scratches here on his neck.
Well, they suggest that he was trying to claw the noose from his throat, so he must have still been alive.
Steve Hayden.
And then there's the wound. If his heart had been beating when he was stabbed, then there would have been a lot more blood.
Where?
It's very close to the navel.
Okay.
Why would you stab someone when they're already dead?
Bag this one. We have another murder call.
Another steak knife. This one's right through the navel. Steve, Tess.
Thank you. Her name is Tracy Santiago, a dancer. That's Guido, her husband. He claims to have worked all night, came home and got into bed with her. You're not going to get too much out of him at the moment, Steve. Our killer broke in through there, and the flat has been searched.
So had the alien's caravan.
I think you'll want to see this.
It's like the first one.
Anything on that koala stamp this morning?
Dead end.
And that's not all, Lance.
Smells of peppermint. Peppermint. This thing's getting weird.
Keep your finger on it when you're clicking. Deadens the noise.
So, do we agree it's the same killer?
But it can't be a copycat because the details haven't been released to the media.
Oh, this one's going to leak, believe me.
Does all this have a childish feel to you?
Not particularly.
The birthday cards, koala stamps.
I don't know. There is something else. He kills the dancer and searches a flat. And he searches Marty Matthews' caravan, but not Larry Cohen's. To me, that says he got the wrong bloke. He wasn't after poor old Larry Cohen. That's the alien he was after, and that alien was out with a woman last night. And he wouldn't, or couldn't, give us her name and address.
And you think it's the dancer?
Could be. He's a pack-a-day man.
Doesn't ring a bell. Not bad, though.
A dancer. She the sort of woman you'd date, Marty?
Oh, mate, I think I'd have to see her in a school uniform first.
She was murdered this morning.
Ah. That's a pity. It's got nothing to do with me, though. No way.
That makes $4,000 you owe me. A few more games and I'll own your house.
Steve.
Thanks. Listen, how's that report on the dancer going?
Strangled and then stabbed after she was dead. Same as the amusement park death.
Thorne's right, this is dead weird.
You know, murders are like snowflakes. None of them are exactly the same, but these two, surprisingly close.
In terms of the MO?
Yes, that obviously, but also in the use of the lack of excessive force. The larynx and the trachea weren't crushed in either case, and that's unusual in a strangulation.
Hey guys, can you turn it up?
Holding the name of last night's fun park victim.
The name will be released when the relatives have been contacted.
Is it true you suspect the same person is responsible for the murder today of Tracy Santiago?
It's too early to comment on that at this early stage of the investigation.
Even though a birthday card was found at the scene of both crimes?
Excuse me.
But Inspector, surely that can't...
I told you this one would leak.
Inspector! Police deny the murders may be the start in a series. But the public lack of confidence in the service already widespread. It's just another problem our beleaguered police don't need.
That's right.
You were in my dreams last night, Tessa.
Who is this? Tessa Vance.
In my dream, you had a little power suit on, like the one you're wearing now.
How did you get this number?
Navy. Looks hot, Tessa. Hubba, hubba, hubba. Oh, by the way, you left your parking lights on. Ah, that's better. I can see you now. Is Steve Hayden your boyfriend? I'm better than he is, you know. I can do things he can't. I can even tie my own shoelaces. I'm going to be your boyfriend, Tessa.
Forget it, I don't need a boyfriend.
I heard that. Calling the cavalry. I love it when you play hard to get. I'll call again soon.
Hello?
Tess, our man's been busy again. I'll pick you up in 15 minutes, right?
Right.
Is there anything you'll want on board, Very hard to understand. It's outside this restaurant.
Got a D?
Yes, Sergeant.
Excuse me. Whoever it is, this merchant is laughing at us. Any trace evidence?
Not a sausage.
I arrived at work at 6 and there he was.
All right, okay, look, come and sit down, mate. Just get away from the door there. Never mind. Come and sit down.
I thought it was a practical joke when I saw him hanging there. And then I, went, hang on a second, Lloyd's got no sense of humour.
Yeah, come on, now just sit down, take it easy. Now, do you know anyone who had it in for him?
It's hard to say. He kept pretty much to himself.
Did he have any bad debts? Yeah. Did he gamble?
Lloyd was tighter than a fish's ass. He wouldn't even buy a raffle ticket.
Have you noticed anyone hanging around the premises? Anyone acting suspiciously?
Just go home. Poor bloke. You know, he was just starting to pick up again too.
What do you mean by that?
His wife died a couple of months back. She electrocuted herself, some problem with the heater or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Amy, her name was. Hey, you don't reckon it could have been suicide? Lloyd, I mean.
If one journo says serial killer, then the rest are going to jump on it. There's going to be sightings everywhere. Now, I don't care if there is a serial killer operating in this town. There isn't until I say so, OK?
OK.
Right, well, off the record, I think it's pretty clear that we got one. I'm putting a task force together. You and Tessa are in.
All right, everybody, listen up. Rodonigus, Dom, get Schmooze and Franklin.
From this point on, the birthday party killings overrides everything else, OK? I want a background into the victims, what their jobs were, who their friends were, and anything, everything could be vital. Right, so
move on it. Okay, so...
There was a detective called Tessa. I've waited so long to caress her.
No worries, mate. Okay, let's try and work out this. Shh, then it
causes my heart to race. I've forgotten the last line. It's pathetic, isn't it? You see what you do to me? Steak knife in the navel, koala stamp, birthday card. I promise that won't change. But your throat's so soft, I might use a thin wire. Big kisses. I'll see you soon.
You should have told me that he called you last night.
Well, he didn't mention the murders. I didn't think it was relevant to the case.
That's not the point, Tessa. Somebody targets one of my people. I want to know about it.
Okay.
Okay, now, what did he say to you last night?
He thinks that Steve's my boyfriend. He wants me to get rid of you so that he can take over.
Oh, really?
There's something about his voice.
Heard it before?
I don't know. I might have.
Serial killers tend to have a record for minor offences. We'll get somebody to go through your arrest files for the past few years. See if anybody bubbles to the surface. Steve, you see to that.
Mm-hmm. We'll put a trace on Tessa's phone. He's called twice, he might call again.
This merchant's phoning Tessa because he gets off on it. That's a mistake. He'll make other mistakes. Might be the simple things that trip him up.
OK. All three places were searched, but nothing was taken from any of them. So theft isn't a motive, but maybe he's looking for something.
We can't be absolutely sure of that. The killer may have taken souvenirs, small things that he didn't think would be noticed. Schmooze, you check that out. Anything else?
The killer's crossing sex lines.
So what does that tell us?
They're not gender specific.
Serial murder's a ritual. The victims aren't random. They're chosen because they satisfy some drive in the killer.
But the sex of the victims hardly ever varies. That's not happening here.
Agreed. We've still got 2 males, 1 female.
There is a link based on age, sir. Dancer was 27, so's the butcher. Alien was 26, so's Tessa.
Yeah, good point.
There is another thing. So far, he's gone boy, girl, boy. He's after Tessa next, and he's rung her twice. Well, maybe he rang the dancer and the alien as well.
Canvass the alien and the dancer's husband. Check with their neighbours, relatives, friends. See if they've been getting crank calls, anybody sus hanging around in the neighbourhood.
Righto.
Anything else? OK, rattler-dags, up and at 'em.
OK.
Steve, I want that autopsy report. No crushing of the trachea or the throat cartilages. Nothing. Each murder a carbon copy of the other one. No muss, no fuss, no unnecessary force.
I would have expected some sort of progression on it.
Well, especially at the rate he's killing. One a day is like the end of a series when he's out of control, not when he's just starting.
Maybe the wire's a development.
That we could do without.
If he intends using wire next time, maybe he wants to see blood.
Tessa?
Tessa Vance.
We've got the trace on Tessa. Home, office and mobile phone.
You okay?
Tessa, I'm going to assign somebody to be with you, and I don't think you should stay at your place tonight.
Oh, no, I'll be fine. I'll stay with a friend.
Secure premises?
Yeah, I'll make sure.
So will I. You give me the details the moment you've got it sorted out. Tessa, nobody's going to hold it against you if you want out of this case.
I'd rather keep busy.
OK, busy it is. Here it is. The butcher's personal effects, diaries, notes. You're looking for something that links all three. Although, with his disposition, I doubt that he'd have much on.
Oh, yes, he did. Our butcher had dinner with the dancer and her husband.
You jerk.
Bingo.
Lloyd. Yeah, we knew him. And Amy.
When was the last time you saw them?
Not since Amy died. And after that, Lloyd... He never called. I left him alone.
What about your wife?
She saw them a couple of months ago, just before Amy had her accident.
Can you remember where?
Maybe a museum? Why are you asking me these questions? Why aren't you out catching who killed my wife?
Yep. Him.
Where?
3rd of March, place called Fairview House.
Which is?
Museum. Private one.
What were you doing there?
I was just checking out the bones. Yeah, this bloke here, he was there. He was a weedy little runt. Had a couple of women with him.
One of them could have been her?
So?
Yesterday you said you hadn't seen her.
Yeah, well, I didn't remember it then. I didn't.
Okay, good. Thanks for your time, Mr. Matthews.
Look, you really think that the killer's going to come back, do you?
Well, if we think you're in danger, we'll let you know.
Oh, big deal. You're not the one that he's after.
Here, you're out of stamps.
3rd of March. Odd Marty was so specific about the date he was here.
Yeah, since he was only checking out the bones.
Or maybe he was just throwing us one.
Homicide, my word. How fascinating.
It can be. You're Mr. Farrell?
Otis Farrow. I'm the curator here. We three have quite a deal in common.
How's that, Mr. Farrow?
Much of what we have here is a result of homicide. The skeletons. People come to Fairview House to confront mortality. Something you do every day. If you'll sign the visitor's book, please.
This is business, not social.
I understand, Detective. Sign the book, please. If you don't sign, you can't enter the exhibit.
I see.
And address for our mailing list.
Does this book go back to Tuesday, March the 3rd?
Of course.
May I have a look?
A sign first, please.
It's been torn out.
You wouldn't believe the idiots we have to put up with. Bonnie?
Yep.
Have you seen this?
No.
Do you think there's anything here linking the victims?
Yeah, common desire to confront mortality. How are you holding up?
Okay.
You sure?
I don't have a will.
So?
I'm a homicide cop. I see death all the time and I don't have a will. How stupid am I?
You don't need a will.
You can have my goldfish.
Thank you. Tess.
That's an exhibit, Detective. Don't give the bone to the dog. Replace it carefully.
Monday's child is fair of face. Tuesday's child is full of grace. Wednesday's child is full of woe. Thursday's child has far to go. Friday's child is loving and giving. Saturday's child works hard for a living.
That's me.
And the child that is born on the Sabbath day is bonny and blithe and good and gay. Mr. Farrow, I'd like to borrow the nursery rhyme.
The nursery rhyme.
Please, and also the visitor's book. I guarantee they'll be returned in good condition.
Very well. Bonnie will have them for you down at reception.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, it's just a little too far-fetched, Tess.
Just consider it. The alien that was supposed to be killed on a Monday, that's Marty, fair of face. Then Tuesday's the dancer, full of grace. Then Wednesday, the butcher, full of woe.
So you're saying there's going to be another 4 murders, one for every day through to Sunday?
I'm saying that it fits.
It doesn't fit. You could take this rhyme and apply it to anyone.
I'm not
Okay, so how does it apply to you? You're supposed to be next, right? Thursday's child has far to go. How does that apply to you?
I don't know. But the killer is using the rhyme. I don't know why, but I'm Thursday's child. Friday's child is loving and giving. Saturday's child works hard for a living.
You are going to have a very hard job selling this to Thorne. I'm sorry, I know him better than you do.
Excuse me. I got the things you wanted.
Child that's born on the Sabbath day is bonny and blithe and good and gay.
I'm sorry.
Sunday's child.
Did you want this as well?
Yes, well, I must say our man's shown a distinct lack of imagination. Much more interesting nursery rhymes for murder. Really? And what would you choose? Well, it's not a matter of what I'd choose, but Davy Dumpling, boil him in a pot, sugar him and butter him and eat him while he's hot sounds very appropriate. Or perhaps Patacake.
Miss, could you reconstruct the names in the visitor's book, please?
Yes, I think so. We had pages either side. Now, once we eliminate those impressions, we should be left with a fairly decent facsimile of the names on the missing page. Davy Dumpling, boil him in a pot, sugar him, butter him and eat him while he's hot.
Is bonny and blithe and good and gay. Sounds like you, Schmooze.
Shut up, Tom, shut up. I know it's a little far-fetched, Malcolm.
Sure is. But it's an interesting theory.
Well, look, this is what we've been able to reconstruct so far from the visitor's book. Fairly comprehensive. However, this block here was illegible.
How many?
8.
What about those who didn't sign the book?
Well, everyone signs, otherwise you can't see the exhibits.
Curator's pretty strict.
I don't see how killing according to a nursery rhyme would satisfy a serial. But then again, who knows what does?
Well, I just think the rhyme might provide some kind of structure. The common link between the butcher, the alien, and the dancer is that they were all at Fairview House on Tuesday, March the 3rd. Maybe the killer saw them there.
Yeah, but you weren't there. And your name's not on that list, and there's that possibility that you may be next.
Yep. Can't explain that.
Yep. No. What about the butchers and dancers' families?
Yeah, nothing.
No crank calls, no weirdos, no?
Nothing, sir.
Anybody bubbled to the service from Tessa's records yet?
I've gone back 3 years, no one's sticking out.
Friday and Saturday's targets might be here, Malcolm. If you're right about the simple things catching him, the killer's name might be here as well. That's all we've got to go on.
Okay, you keep on going through Tessa's records. Everybody else works on this list. I want every name and address checked out. Yeah, well done, lads.
Thanks, Malcolm.
Yeah, well, back to it. We both know there's no such thing as an illegible name.
Thank you.
These are the missing names.
Wedding party from Yokohama. Wish I'd seen Fisk try and reconstruct Japanese.
This could take an awfully long time.
Well, at least we've got one thing going for us.
What, that you're next on the list? Well, I suppose it buys us time to find Friday and Saturday's targets, if you're right about your theory.
Steve, she's a flight attendant. Thursday's child has far to go.
Yeah, but you said that...
He never said that I was next. Well, I don't remember it, do you? It's an assumption. What we know is that he's using the list. You were right. My name's not up there. Jasmine Collins is.
And your hostess?
She fits the rhyme for Thursday's child. And her flight's due in this afternoon.
Yeah, but you've also got an interstate trucker, right? And a commercial traveller. Now, these are people who are also on the move, so wouldn't they fit into the pattern of Thursday's child?
Absolutely, except that she's in her 20s, they're both in their 30s, and I think that age thing is relevant.
Yep. Steve, you meet the plane, but before you go, I want to have a word.
Okay.
How's Tessa handling it?
She's fine. She's handling it.
I backed her on the rhyme theory, and I'll back her on the hostie, because we can't afford to think that she's wrong. But I don't have the resources to cover half the names on that list, so if stress is impairing her judgment, I gotta know.
I don't know if stress is impairing it or heightening it.
Okay, you go meet the plane. I'll take care of the other 2 names on that list.
What about taking care of her?
I got that under control.
Okay.
Steve, if you come up with a better theory than hey diddle diddle, I'll definitely go for it.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm from Central Homicide.
Yes?
I wonder if you could tell me, you have an employee called Jasmine Collins? I need to know what flight she's coming in on.
Yeah, sure. Just 1 minute.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's on flight 211.
211?
What's the delay? Right, so what time does the flight get in? 2 in the morning. You gonna meet it? Good. Good. Yeah. Yeah, I will. Okay. Bye, Steve.
Okay. You go home, get your things. Till this is over, you're coming to stay with me.
Oh, no.
Excuse me. Have you ever seen a bunny caught in the headlights? Go and look in the mirror.
Is it that obvious?
Keys to the kingdom.
Thank you.
Oh, and Tessa, be careful.
Will someone answer that?
Hello, Tessa Vance's phone.
Where's Tessa?
Who is this?
It's her boyfriend. Tell her I've remembered the last line of my poem.
Yeah, I got that. Thanks, Tootsie. Been a strange call on Tessa's mobile.
Come on.
Thorne, did you get a trace on that call?
What? He was calling from her flat.
Ring Tessa. Tell her not to go home, and I'll get a car around there.
Hey, wait a minute. You can't ring her. Tootsie's got a mobile.
There was a detective called Tessa. I've waited so long to caress her. Her beauty and grace causes my heart to race. But I've thought of a way to impress her. Are you impressed? Are you impressed? Are you impressed?
Cars are on their way. Where are you?
8 to 10 minutes from her place.
Get there as fast as you can. She doesn't know, Steve. She doesn't have a mobile.
Righto.
You forgot your mobile, Tessa. Do you know what I think? I think you did that on purpose, so we wouldn't be disturbed. I knew you weren't really playing hard to get. I hope you like the surprise. I was going to use the wire, but then I thought the rope's warmer. It's more intimate. And we don't want to finish before we've really started. I remember what Edgar Allan Poe said. Do you know what he said? The death of a beautiful woman is unquestionably the most poetical topic in the world. That's a quote. You can open your eyes now. Look, I fixed your hair for you. I never read Poe. I got that quote from a comic book. But I'm a poet. I wrote you a poem, didn't I? Did you know there's a second verse? Let's make some poetry. We'll do the second verse. We'll do it together. Here, watch the mirror. Here, watch.
how you inspire me. Tessa's got lovely blonde locks. And she looks very nice in her frocks.
Got your gun. Come on, all right. I've got you. Take it easy. Come on. Yes, it's me. Come here. It's me. Come on. Come on, sweetie. It's all right. The boy's here. It's all right. Come on. Take it easy. It's all right. Like a second floor. Watching me could be armed. Here, take the keys. Take the keys. Come on. It's all right. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's all right. I've got you. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's all right. It's all right. I've got you. Okay? Come on. It's all right. You don't have to go back. It's all right. Okay.
Good boy, thanks. They're only cars away.
It's in there. His name's Bradley Dale Munn. He's new to the cleaning staff at the morgue. Tom found his record on Tessa's file. He's been inside before.
So you were right?
I'm not keeping a score. Oh, you gave us all the wobbles there for a while, girl. Yeah. You okay? Just take it easy, huh? All over now.
There was a detective called Stephen. There was a detective called Stephen. There was a detective called Stephen, whose teeth were remarkably even.
You know, Bradley, we're going to stay here for as long as it takes.
How's Tessa?
She's terrific.
Where is she?
Well, she's not here. You'll have to talk to her.
Now, I told you, I'll give you a confession. I'll give you everything. But to her, only to her, alone. There was a detective called Stephen, whose teeth were remarkably even. But he sweats and he tries and he plods, never flies. I wonder what Stephen believes in. I won't get bored. Got a million of them.
Well, Tessa's got lovely blonde locks. She looks very nice in her frocks. She's battered and bruised and she needs to be soothed. And I want to talk to her lots.
Hey. We need your help.
You don't have to do this, Tessa.
Are you running this investigation, Constable?
Sorry, sir.
Should think so. Tessa, we've got him for attempt murder on you, but we've got nothing on him for the other murders.
We'll be watching you the whole time.
Hello, Tessa. Have you had a good day? That's a nasty mark around your neck. How did you get that?
Let's talk about the murders.
All right, let's. You want to know why?
For starters.
Serial murder is the art form of the late 20th century. Now, you arrested me for breaking and entering. That was 4 years ago now.
I remember.
Seems like only yesterday. You still haven't answered my question.
And what's that?
Are you impressed? You did a profile on me back then. Nobody asked you to, but you did. A beat cop using all those big words. Misogynist. Sociopathic personality. Potential for violence. All that nasty stuff in my background. I'd rather have kept that private. But you said it all in court.
What a pity no one took me seriously.
Oh, I took you seriously. That's what made me decide I was going to be an artist. So, are you impressed? There's something about the phrase, suffer for your art, that really pushes my buttons. I think it's the suffer part. I've always had artistic leanings, but I never thought I was good enough. Not till you came along. Now, every artist needs a patron. Every artist needs a muse. You gave me the confidence to express myself. But each man kills the thing he loves. That's a quote too, but I don't know who said it.
You're not an artist, Bradley.
Yes, I am, Tessa. You just need to broaden your definition.
You don't have it in you.
Well, tell me, what's wrong with my work?
It's all the same. It's empty. There's no progression, no passion.
No flair. Well spotted. No passion, no dancing on the corpse. But there was with you, wasn't there?
So why was it missing from your first 3 kills?
Good art can't be rushed. It takes time. I can make it last for hours. How about we head back to your place?
You had time with the first 3.
Time, but no art produced. Only 3 join-the-dot paintings, functional, efficient, soulless. Bit like your Steve. He joins the dots. You and I don't join dots. Somewhere out there is an enthusiastic amateur. He mightn't know anything about art, but he knows what he likes. My hat's off to him.
Malcolm, it's not him.
This isn't the end of us. We're too close. Too much of a part of it.
Yeah, I've got Jasmine Collins. She's next. The flight attendant.
We're on.
We've been talking a long time now. I hope he's got some more practice in tonight. He's raw, but it's nice to see a new boy having a go, don't you think? Tessa! We've talked enough about his work, let's get back to mine! Are you impressed? You bitch! Tessa!
Couldn't have missed him by much. Tootsie said the body was still warm.
Yeah, well, we still missed him. I should have recognised Mun's voice.
Oh, Tess, I don't think that would have made any difference.
Well, we would have known that he wasn't the killer sooner. She'd still be alive.
She'd still be alive if her plane hadn't been delayed, or she wasn't a flight attendant, or she hadn't been at Fairview House that day.
She's not dead because you didn't recognise a voice. Sometimes you do all you can, and sometimes it's just not enough.
Fisk's here, we'd better go in.
Imogen.
The air hostess's flat has been searched.
Yep, it's identical to the other 3 murders.
Munn had every detail of the killer's method down pat.
Well, he was trying to blame Tessa's murder.
Look, I know what he was trying to do. He got the details off the Moore grapevine. It's only a matter of time before a journo does too. We're lucky that all I've got so far is the birthday card. How are you going with that list?
We're down to 3 in their mid-20s. With the age of the victims so far, they're the best candidates for Friday and Saturday's targets.
We need to get them in. We have to warn them anyway.
Yeah, of course, except for the fact that one of them could be the killer and we will be showing him our hand.
We've got no other leads, Malcolm.
And we're running out of time.
The killer doesn't know that he missed Marty Matthews, but he got the wrong alien. Are we prepared to risk tipping him off about that?
No, 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 no.
Look, the killer has a list of targets from people who were at Fairview House that day. We think that you might be able to help us identify him.
How?
Well, we'll be watching closely. There could be a reaction once the killer realises you're still alive.
This nutter, right, thinks he's knocked me off in the alien suit. I'm going to stick my head up again. I'll get killed.
No, you won't. We'll protect you.
Yeah, right. Like you protected all the others here. Forget it.
The killer does this to people. We're going to keep on doing it. No one's forcing you to help us.
Well, when is it?
Tomorrow.
Thank you for coming in. We're waiting for one more person. Then we'll do some interviews and explain to you why we've got you here. Excuse me.
They've entered the building.
Okay. You know who you're watching. We want them all covered for when we wheel in the alien.
I never should have gone the other day.
Fairview House? So why did you go?
I met my mum. You know, that place was a bad idea. Creepy.
Does she like it?
I wouldn't know.
How do you mean?
I said I had to meet my mother. Meet, you know, as in first time.
You adopted?
I just found out a couple of months ago. She didn't show. The whole thing was her idea. She didn't even show.
Okay, here we are. Okay. Now, just stay cool, mingle, we'll be watching, all right?
All right, mate, just don't blink, okay?
We'll be there, all right. Good luck.
They're all here.
Okay. Enter Marty Matthews.
Okay.
Okay, that's Rosemary McIntosh. She's 26, nurses disabled geriatrics. Behind her, Lindsay Kramer, 23, time and motion consultant. And Bonnie Gay, 25, student.
Hi.
Alien meets Sunday's child.
Can we get the police escort?
You gotta kill someone for that.
I don't think Lindsay Kramer likes Marty Matthews.
Bonnie does. We met before, haven't we?
You wouldn't give me a telephone number, remember?
See any steak knives?
No. It was a long shot anyway.
Definitely no steak knives.
No.
Okay, wheel them out, get on with the statements. Bonnie Gay first. Right.
So, Bonnie, I believe you're doing a part-time master's in anthropology.
Yeah, that's right. Otis, my boss lets me leave early on Tuesdays. We have long discussions about Margaret Mead. Otis and me.
Right. What time would you have left on Tuesday, March the 3rd?
The usual, 3 o'clock on the dot.
And you don't remember anyone or anything unusual about Tuesday, March the 3rd?
No, I don't really notice people very much, I'm sorry. Right. Otis doesn't think I'm a very practical person. Detective Hayden, am I in any danger?
It's my card.
Corporate planning consultant.
I specialise in organisational reviews. But if you ever need a business plan, don't hesitate. Give me a buzz.
Is that what you were doing at Fairview House, a business plan?
No, I collect ormolu pieces, which is clocks and so forth. And I'd read somewhere that Fairview had a decent collection.
Did anything happen while you were there? Any incident you recall? Anyone you remember?
Look, I don't think I can help you. I was looking at the exhibits, not the people. Actually, I've been flat out with business. I didn't stay more than half an hour.
Something must have happened in that half an hour, Mr. Kramer.
Not that I can think of. No. Will this take long, Detective? I have appointments this afternoon.
Mr. Kramer, we're very concerned for your safety.
Are you saying this person is trying to kill me?
It's possible.
Why?
We can't actually say at this stage.
I assume you'll give us protection?
We're trying to allocate resources now.
Well, I'd want someone full-time.
Well, we're seeing what we can organise.
My family has money, Detective. If you're not going to do anything about it, I'll arrange my own security. Just like to know where our taxes go.
So, Miss McIntosh, what were you doing at Fairview House that day?
It's Ms. You can call me Rosemary. All my old ladies do.
Okay. So what were you doing there?
I'd heard it was interesting. I like interesting things, so I went.
What can you remember about the day?
Wasn't very interesting.
Did anything out of the ordinary happen?
You're wasting your time. No one's going to kill me.
I'm afraid there's no smoking in here.
I spend all day looking after disabled geriatrics. At night I come home to a mother who's a bitch and she's got arthritis. Can you imagine what that's like? It's hell.
Why don't you come and sit down?
I've been out 3 times in 2 years. No one's going to kill me because no one knows I exist.
So, did anything out of the ordinary happen that day?
No.
Rosemary, Lindsay, Bonnie. One of them has to be tonight's target.
You pick the air hostess. Who's Friday?
Loving and giving. The nurse?
That nurse, loving and giving, she'd tear the head off a whippet.
The killer might not know that.
Well, nursing, the caring profession. Who's Amy Bremen?
She's the butcher's wife, died a couple of months ago.
Electrocuted, I remember. Okay, the nurse it is. We keep her here, put surveillance on the house.
Okay. Lance, hi, it's Tessa. I was wanting to meet you at the butcher's house. No, his wife. I'm just curious.
Believe you me, I know exactly what you're going through.
Ms. McIntosh, would you care to come through to my office, please?
Why the privacy? All of us are in the same boat, aren't we? Why don't you just talk to everyone? Unless you think one of us is the killer.
My office, please.
So it's not looking good.
Okay, folks, thanks very much for your time. We will be in contact.
If you can't reach me on those numbers, my mobile is probably the best option.
Great, thank you.
Sure.
We could have a drink, but someone's picking me up.
Oh, right. Well, looks like you've got the number then.
Whatever.
Otis, this is Marty Matthews. He knew the man killed at the fun park. This is my boss, Otis Farrow.
Come on, I'm parked on a loading zone.
I told you I could get back by myself. They gave us cab dockets.
Marty, you better look at taking a couple of days off. Larry Cohen's family in England are going to be notified of his death, so his name will be in tomorrow's papers.
But what about the protection?
All right, look, I'll give you a uniformed officer, but do not give him a hard time, all right? Great.
Hi, Steve. Tessa wants you to meet her and Fisk over at the butcher's house.
Right. We were told the butcher's wife was an accident,
Well,
Fisk.
it looked that way, which is no doubt why the coroner recorded it thus. However, I read the coroner's report.
Yeah, we know she was electrocuted. Faulty radiator.
Just let me finish. I examined the radiator, and I found that the cord was frayed. Coroner's verdict, accidental death. Till today. Now, this is the circuit that the radiator was plugged into. What do you see?
Well, there's a lot of carbon. More carbon than you get with a blown fuse.
Bingo, Hayden, bingo. The extent of that deposit indicates continuous heavy arcing. And what's happened is somebody has made sure that the radiator cord was very warm, yes? And they've replaced the fuse with a piece of metal that wouldn't blow. And the butcher's wife has turned on the radiator, the two wires in the cord have touched, and
the currents kept flowing and she's been electrocuted. That piece of metal would be handy, Fisk.
Yes, wouldn't it, Tessa? We found it in the lavender bush. Now, that is as blackened as the fuse. Now, what's happened is he's come back, tried to prise it loose, and bing, it's landed in the lavender.
Amy's on our list. She matches our age link. She was at Fairview House on March the 3rd.
And dead a few days later.
Yes, murdered.
The murders didn't start on Monday, they started months ago.
What's that make of your nursery rhyme theory?
A joke.
Yeah, I know where it is. Oh, you poor thing, huh?
Bonnie?
I've got to go. I'll talk to you soon. Otis, about tonight, I'm really tired, you know, all the excitement at homicide.
Not to worry. Another time. Peppermint?
Yeah. Thanks.
We've assumed that the rate he's killing is determined by the rhyme. One murder every day.
He's wiped out 4 people in 4 days.
Yeah. But 8 of the people who were at Fairview House that day were in their 20s. 4 of them are dead, including Amy, the butcher's wife. Well, if Marty Matthews hadn't taken the day off work on Monday, he'd be dead too. That's 5, and all of them in their 20s.
But we can't be sure that the butcher's wife is part of this.
Well, yes, we can. She was at Fairview House on March the 3rd. She fits our age link.
What day of the week did she die?
A Wednesday.
That's outside the rhyme.
Exactly.
But my guess is the killer will keep following that rhyme. Tessa, the rhyme was your hunch. We've based our whole investigation on it. We abandon it now. We've got nothing. So the nurse is still our best bet for tonight's target. Now, I've arranged for her to be here. We'll cover her house. Killer shows up. We've got him. You two stay here. I want the other 3 targets monitored. I want to know where they are, what they're doing at all times. Constant communication. Righto. Dee,
Sir?
you've got the nurse.
Great. We'll get on like a house on fire.
She's in my office, lucky duck.
Fairview House. Yes, Detective. No, Bonnie's gone for the day. Said she was going home. Fine. She lies to me all the time.
Okay, folks, come and get
get your tickets here, thanks, mate. The big wheel and the dodgem. And then, of course, there's the alien. Acid for blood, silicon for skin. It's indestructible. It's indescribable.
Excuse me.
It's here.
Excuse me, I'm looking for someone. Marty Matthews.
A ritual has meaning. Thorne's right. There's nothing in these 3 murders that shows any emotion at all. There's no rage, no passion. Nothing to show that they mean anything to the killer at all. We've all noticed that there's been no progression.
No flair, as Bradley Munn would say.
If you like. They're empty copies of each other. Although maybe that's what the killer's trying to do. Maybe he's trying to distract us from what really matters.
What, the age of the victims?
Well, each of the victims was between 24 and 28. He left them all a birthday card, which is the age motive again. Maybe he was trying to get the feeling that he was killing them on their birthdays.
You'd have to really hate someone, wouldn't you? It's like he wished they'd never been born.
That's a thought.
And that's why he's killing them.
He's joining the dots. Bradley Munn's right. He's joining the dots one by one, and it's not until he's finished that you see the whole picture.
Which is?
Well, it's the person he's looking for. I don't think he knows who he's looking for.
Well, Marty Matthews is okay, but Bonnie Gay's not answering, and Lizzie Kramer's disappeared.
What do you mean disappeared?
Well, he said he'd be at the hospital, but the ward sister can't find him.
Do you think the killer's got him?
Miss McIntosh.
Come on.
Well, he's not going to leave his mum, not in her state.
Come on, Rosie, let's go back to the office.
He wouldn't just leave her, he told me. It's the big C. I see a lot of it in my line of work. Well, he's not going to leave his mum, not in her state.
It's like he wished they'd never been born.
Another steak knife. This one's right through the navel.
Somewhere out there is an enthusiastic amateur.
Detective Hayden, am I in any danger?
I said I had to meet my mother, isn't the first time.
My family has money, Detective.
Here, you're out of stamps.
Could you go down to the registry, check out those 2 names?
Sure.
Thank you. He's modelling himself on a serial killer, but this is cold-blooded planning, inspired by that rhyme at the museum. You coming?
Okay, Rosemary. It's only instant, but I brought you some Rosemary? Rosemary? Someone's gonna kill me. Rosemary! Rosemary!
That looks right now.
Vicky, where's Marty?
Trey's van. We had a bit of trouble, but it's all right now. suit! This cost me a packet. I'll kill Marty.
Not now, Mickey.
Oh, Marty!
What? Small world, Marty.
Then who was that your partner was chasing after?
She went up here?
Yeah. I swear you I'm going to dock you for this, Marty.
Oh! It's all go, 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 isn't it?
Oh, shut your face.
The ship will automatically destruct in 0 - 3 minutes.
Keep an eye on him. And keep this area clear.
The ship will automatically destruct in 0 - 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Automatically destruct in 0 - 1 minute and 30 seconds. The ship will automatically destruct in 0 - 1 minute. Automatically destruct in 0 - 10 seconds. 9, 8, 6 shots! That's his last! 6, 5, 4.
Stop! Stop!
3.
Put down the weapon! Put down the weapon!
1.
Put it down! Put it down! Put down the weapon! Put it down! Put it down!
Let it go. It's okay. Let it go.
No!
Hello, Rosemary. I've been looking all over the building for you.
Went downstairs for a smoke. Couldn't get out.
You're not allowed to get out? Do you have any idea what you put me through? I could have lost my job.
Where's the toilet?
Sex and temperament in 3 primitive societies. Margaret Mead. I thought you believed Otis Farrow played no part in all of this.
I've no idea what he was doing here.
Well, presumably why he was killed.
Excuse me, detective? You see Marty?
He's up in the police car.
Oh, he's not the killer, is he? I was supposed to be meeting him here.
I think you should go home, Bonnie.
Otis doesn't know I'm here. I wouldn't want him to know. You don't have to tell him, do you?
Well, let you two loose at your own peril. All wrapped up. Anything for me to do?
Well, we did try to keep you informed, sir.
Got it all on the jungle drums. Well, who have we got? Let's take a look at this merchant. Right.
Just don't touch anything, Inspector.
Would have been dead instantly.
Lindsay Kramer.
Hey, diddle diddle, a rich kid's fiddle.
You were right, Malcolm. He really didn't like Marty Matthews.
I wrote letters every day.
Why?
Ah, because she didn't turn up. She was the one that wanted to meet me, and she didn't even turn up.
Who?
A real mum. I don't even know her name. It's just she signed the letters, your mother, and post office box address. So I signed mine YC. Your child. She didn't write back, and she didn't keep her appointment. But I told you all this stuff, remember, at the,
I remember. Your mother's actually been in hospital since late February. She's never got any of your letters. Lindsay Kramer must have been intercepting them. Her name's Jennifer. She's Lindsay's mother as well.
You know this.
One of our people contacted the adoption registry. You could have found out for yourself easily. They would have told you.
And, what's wrong with her?
She has cancer. Sorry. I don't think Mrs. Kramer told Lindsay he had a brother. She probably wanted to be reconciled with Marty first.
Lindsay must have thought he was going to inherit her entire estate.
Until Marty's letter started arriving, and then he realised it mightn't be so simple, that somebody else might have a claim, which is why he went to Fairview House to find out.
All he had to go on was YC. No name, not even a sex. All he knew was YC was a couple of years older than he.
He was methodical at first. Yeah. Amy was adopted too.
The butcher's wife?
Yeah. He went for her first, but the letters kept arriving.
Which explains why he searched all the places. He was looking for the letters. I don't know why he was so hard on himself. I mean, one murder a day's a lot.
Yeah, well, he had to find YC before his mother died.
He was working to a deadline.
Come on, quiet. All right, Steve. All the guys are here. They've all got money on you. Miss this shot, you lose the game, they lose their cash, and I'll have your house. Life won't be worth living. But there's no pressure. We all want what's best for you. Good on you, mate.
What's that all
all about?
Oh, head and choked, I believe.
Quite like it when you use the vernacular, love.
One has to choose one's moments, Imogen.
Well, I'm off.
Oh, one for the road, Mal.
I'm out.
Don, schmooze. Well done.
Thanks, sir.
You too, Dee.
No worries.
And you two especially. Terrific.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Oh, there's your koala stamp. First time he's been in here in 2 years.
Hey, Steve, got your title deed?
Just play your shot.
Excuse me. Hold that for me, would you?
I've got a hunch she's going to miss it.
Bad luck.